How is it going, guys? Slippery Jim here. Welcome back to my playthrough of Terraria Calamity Infernum Wrath of the Gods. As you can probably tell from my light pet, I defeated Providence in the last episode. We got her guardians, and we also got herself as our light pets now, which is pretty awesome. We also got this giant Providence crystal as a decoration that we can chuck down. But some weird things are starting to happen environmentally. We got the darkness constantly now. And we're starting to get snow for some reason over here as well, which is definitely not a normal thing. I think it's all to do with this menacing thing in the sky right now. Hopefully we can sort that out. I think we need to make the Genesis or something like that. Solon was telling us. But anyway, in this episode we're going to be looking at taking on the next boss, which is the Ceaseless Void, I believe, based on the list of in our boss checklist. And also we're going to be making a new set of armor and some gear to prepare for that. So I did go in the end of the last episode and look at some of the new stuff that we can craft up. We didn't make a lot of it then. I've been trying to sort of prioritize what I want to get crafted from that list. So what I've decided to make is maybe the new set of armor, which I think was called Tarragon armor, this stuff here, which also comes with a set of matching wings that get a bonus from the armor set. I thought Tarragon was a spice or something, but in real life. But anyway, this is mostly crafted using the new Yuli Bloom ore bars that we got from the underground jungle, and I think this stuff spawned in pretty recently, so we were able to grab a bunch of that in the last episode. So yeah, we're going to straight up make the wings here, and we're going to make the summoning helmet, which I think is the horned helmet here by the looks of it. Grab that, and we'll get the rest of the armor set here as well, of course. So yeah, it's looking like maybe a fairly defensive set, like based on the amount of defense it gives us, but it also gives us a little bit of increased damage and stuff like that. I'm not too sure at the moment what the set bonus is, but we were using our Stardust set, and at the moment that gives us 139 defense, and we've got 13 summoning slots. So if we put this armor set on here, we get 171 defense, which is pretty awesome actually. And our summoning goes down to 11 summons, but yeah, that's a massive jump in defense. It might be worth it for some of the bosses that we're about to go up against. We also got the wings here. So looking at the armor bonus here, let's see what that is. So it says okay, set bonus 50% increased summon. Whoa, 50% increased summon damage. That's actually huge. Okay, so yeah, that makes up for only having 11 summons. I guess that's sort of the equivalent of the damage you would get from 16.5 summons with 50% increased summon damage, if my maths is correct. Plus 3 max minions. Summons a life aura that damages nearby enemies, reduces enemy spawn rates, increase heart pickup range. Enemies have a chance to drop extra hearts on death. 10% increased damage reduction and 5% increased summon damage. So 5% as well as 50%. Okay. It's even better. Wow, that sounds really good actually. That definitely sounds like a massive upgrade for us. What we might do is just put our Stardust set down here in the museum. Put that on display there. Beautiful. Got our Flowers of Mortality on display down there as well. Pardon me. Okay, so I guess we should reforge the wings here as well. We'll just chuck a warding on those, and we'll equip those over there. Celestial Traces we'll hang on to. They might end up being handy for later on. We'll chuck those in there. Okay, now one other item that I wanted to make just to check out real quick is actually I think it's the Profane Crystal die. We'll grab this because I'm interested in what this looks like. Like at the moment we've got our profane moonlight dye, which gives this really cool, what would you call that? Like a flame magic type particle effect type deal. But let's see what this looks like here. Oh wow. Looks like I'm encased in crystal. Pretty awesome. What would this look like on my starboard? Like I'm riding a crystal star. That's super cool. We might keep our moonlight dye on there because that was pretty awesome. And we'll just leave the crystal starboard, celestial starboard. That's pretty sweet. It's our vanity at the moment. Okay, what else did I want to look at crafting? I think there was a new summoning item as well. The Virid Vanguard. Now, I'm not sure how good this is going to be because on paper the damage looks quite a lot less than our Stabber Staff. But it depends how fast it is and stuff like that. It says it summons a circular formation of blades that slice nearby enemies to pieces. So yeah, we'll definitely give that a bit of a go. Just reforge that. Ruthless. See what this looks like. Whoa. That is very cool looking. Look at that. Nice. Wow. They look amazing. Can't wait to try those ones out. Alright, what else do I have that I wanted to play around with? There's a few different things. Let's see. We made the Tarragon set. There was also that accessory, the profaned soul artifact. So we do need some havoc plates for this, which I haven't actually got. I think we can probably craft these. Get a couple of those going. I'd kind of like to see what you can make with these as well. But for now, we'll just make that profane soul artifact. Because this thing looks amazing. I went through what this does in the last episode. I think it's going to be pretty good as a defensive type of item. We'll just reforge this to warding. Make it even more defensive. And for now, we might put it in the deific amulet slot. Wow. So it looks like it gives us these. I think these are called profaned boulders, something like that. Profaned rocks. Very nice indeed. Okay. And let's just have a quick look and see what else we can make with these havoc plates. So fire turret, havoc plate wall, repurpose monitor, summons a faulty repair bot. So it looks like we can make a pet with those. Nothing too crazy. Is there anything else we can make at the moment? I think like the next few bosses will probably give us some more items for us to play around with as well. But oh yeah, there was a fishing rod and some tools that I wanted to make, wasn't there? Let's see. What was the rod called though? Rod early bloom rod. I think this was it. Early bloom wood fishing pole. Bam. So this, compared to what we have at the moment, we've got the golden fishing rod. The gold fishing rod gives us 5 lures, 50% fishing power, whereas this is 60% fishing power and fires 6 lines at once, which is pretty crazy. So I think that's a direct upgrade right there. We'll definitely look at that. And actually there is even a fish that I want to try to catch, which I believe we can now get down in the brimstone crag, if I'm not mistaken. We might go see if we can fish that up right now, actually, because it gives us some. I believe it gives us some healing type buffs. Let's see. I'm assuming we just fish inside of this sort of water here. Where's our fishing rod? Have I got any bait? Hang on. Let's try that. Probably should have brought some fishing potions. Currently don't seem to be catching anything. Maybe this isn't where you fish. Is this even water or is this lava? This is possibly lava. But then again, you can catch some fish in lava. See if there's another. Got this pool here. This looks pretty substantial over here. Maybe we should put our fishing gear on. That's more like it. So what I'm looking for here is called the blood fin. Let's try our new sentry out. It's quite dangerous right now. I gotta be careful with this. Some scary stuff out here. Are we catching any of these? Demon fish. Maybe it's a rare fish or something. Bloodfin, there we go. This thing here restores 240 life, grants a buff that grants 2.5 health per second life regen. This buff directly restores health if below 75% health, 10-second duration. The wonder of angiogenesis. So, a supreme healing potion gives 250 life, but this thing gives 240 life plus a massive life regen buff, which is pretty crazy. I wonder if it doesn't say that this is going to give us permanent buff if it's 30 stack, because it's not really a potion, right? But maybe we could get a bunch of these. So I might spend some time actually fishing and try to get, I don't know, about 100 or so of those, depending on how patient I am. So yeah, this could take a while, guys. This could definitely take a while. I'll be back. I'll be back in a bit, I think. I think we'll cut out the next possibly half an hour to an hour's worth of fishing content here. I'll see you guys shortly. Okay, I've spent a while fishing here, guys, and I've also had a chance to test out the blood fin. It seems to work just like a potion. Like if I press my heal button, it pretty much just uses up the fish if it's in the primary slot. So, and it also doesn't seem to be using them up, which is weird. But like we got 36 now. If you were to use a heal like that. So that healed me for the 240, and we still got 36. So yeah, that's pretty awesome actually. We might use this instead of the Supreme Healing Potions because it's only 10 less life that it gives us, but it gives us a massive amount of life regen, which is very sweet indeed. While we were fishing, we also got a bunch of these fish. I'm not sure like exactly what all of these... This one here looks like it's actually a ranged weapon, which is interesting. And we've also got some more fish that are material. This one says it's a prized commodity, so maybe you can sell it for some good coin or something like that. Not too sure. And we got 32 brimstone crates. We might crack those open and see if we get anything good out of those. Let's head over here and we will chuck these out and see if we get anything good out of these. Can we open these? Oh, we can open these from our inventory anyway. But yeah, that fishing rod was actually pretty sweet. Combined with the fishing potions, it was very nice indeed. I might just... Let's just go back to base actually. We'll just pick these up. Because I want to put away that fishing potion. We'll just chuck it in here. I don't like this big fiery effect thing that goes on, and I don't think there's any way to turn that off that I've been able to figure out. But we'll just chuck the fishing stuff in here. And that should hopefully get rid of that. Yeah, let's see what we get out of these brimstone crates. I don't think there's anything super crazy here. Lots of potions. Stuff like that. Yeah, alright, we'll just chuck most of this, if not all of it, into our inventory. Baits and stuff like that. Some more bloodstone. And I kind of wanted to see if what those fish are like to sell. If we go and sell those, let's have a look. Shop. Oh wow, 1 platinum, 54 gold each. That's huge actually. I was getting a little bit low on my coinage at the moment, like comparatively. So at the moment we got 166 plat. Very nice. Alright, so yeah, basically I think that's pretty much the last thing I wanted to look at in terms of getting geared up here for our next fight. I probably want to put my old set back on. I don't want to go up against the next boss with fishing gear on. I don't think that would be particularly clever. Have we got our flying mount? We do. Alright, that's good. I don't know if we need it or not. But yeah, I think we are probably ready to go. I'm not sure about these guide lights of Oblivion though. We might go back to the crystal stuff. Just because like I've noticed that this kind of like spams flames everywhere. And that adds to the clutter on my screen. I don't know. You know what? We'll try it out. We'll try it out for a bit. and see what it's like. We're also going to try out the ooh, should we use the Stabber Staff or the Virid Vanguard? Like, the Stabber Staff on paper looks like it's better in terms of damage, but it's hard to tell, like I've said before. We might try the Stabber Staff for a little bit. But, yeah, we'll just summon these guys in. Beautiful. And let's talk to Solon and see if she has anything to tell us at the moment. You know what, I'm going to just make my light pets invisible just for the time being, because they make it hard for me to see anything on screen at the moment. Can I hide these rocks? Oh, we can see the shield as well. That's pretty cool. So, okay, let's see. I don't think I can turn off the rock effect though. Profane rocks. Oh well. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, well, actually, you know, we will turn that off for now. Let's just talk to Solon and see what she has to tell us at the moment, now that we've defeated the profaned goddess. I'm glad you're here. I have something important that we should talk about. I've consulted various old texts originating from the dungeon and have learned that a sealed rift contained within may contain something of interest. This rift is a gateway to somewhere else. I'm not entirely sure where. Furthermore, the script suggests that the ancient inhabitants of the dungeon stored something extremely powerful near the entrance at the other side of the rift. I'm certain it will be of value in constructing the Genesis. How can I be of help? From what I can tell, in order to explore beneath the rift, its protective seal will need to be destroyed. I ask that you draw it out. Once the rift is stabilized, I'll do my part, join you in the dungeon, and explore within. Are you up to the task? I am, but how do I draw it out? Thank you, I appreciate your help immensely. I read there is a certain profane rune that might, as the text says, evoke the rift. I'm unsure which rune they are referring to exactly, but seeking out profane artifacts similar to those deep in the underworld would likely be a sensible starting point. Good luck. So yeah, way ahead of you there, Solon. We have already gone and decimated the profane guardian and the profane goddess, so we now have the rune of Kos, which mentions the ceaseless void fought in the archives. So I believe that is what we are referring to here. Let's head over to the dungeon. And yeah, I think this is where our next fight is going to take place, right here. This place is called the Archives. I don't know if I should set up some platforms and things in here, but I believe this is the Ceaseless Void here. This entity that's chained up in here. I'm sure he's like super angry after being chained in there for so long. Maybe we could set up some heart statues and stuff like that. Let's just have a look. But I don't think we'll worry about the full platform setup. But a couple of these might end up being handy. I don't know how crazy I want to get with these, but we'll need some switches. Get 4 of those, and we'll need so statues, switches, and timers. And we need our tool. Okay, where will we put these? Somewhere on the edges is usually a good rule of thumb with these. Get rid of these books. I'll just set up these statues, guys, and then we'll be back. for the fight. Okay guys, I have set up a few heart statues here in the arena for us to get some extra healing from. There's also a bunch of these candles around, but I think we'll just leave those there. I'm not super worried about other things spawning in at the moment, but let's take a quick look and see if there's any special conditions we need to know about here for the Ceaseless Void. Enrages on the surface, can only be fought in the archives. Okay, that sounds pretty basic then. Looks like it's got a little bit of loot as well, which is good. So yeah, I think we're just about ready to go. So we're going to start with the stabber stuff and try this out. And then if we're not doing too good with that, we'll switch to the Varied Vanguard as well. But we'll just make sure we got the max of these summoned in. And we'll also put up our couple of sentries there. And I think we're just about ready to go. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything important here. Come to think of it, I forgot to craft those tools, but I don't know when or if we'll need those for anything specific in the near future. So at the moment we should be fine. But yeah, let's get our summoning item here. We're going to have our first attempt here going in blind against the Ceaseless Void. Let's go, I guess. Here we go. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh man. Where am I? It's hard to see where my character is right now. Oh. Oh, damn. Woo. Whoa. Keep the damage up. We're doing pretty decent damage. Oh crap. I haven't needed to heal yet, which is good. Just keep the damage up here. Keep the whips going. Uh-oh. Okay, there's a heal. We got a heal in there. Let's try a little bit of rage. Doing some very healthy damage right now. Oh man, I'm just face tanking everything right now. Oh crap. Oh, it's broken free, guys. Oh. Okay. Got some very cool looking attacks though. Whoa. Oh crap. Stay back, stay back, stay back. I really need to heal about now. See if we got... Oh, we did it! Oh, wow. Okay. We were doing nearly 10k DPS there at times, I think. I didn't really see what we were doing when we used the rage, but yeah, it seemed pretty good. I don't know what the blades would have done against this boss, but now we got this big swirly thing in here. This is what was in the sky this whole time. So, I think we've got to go back and get Soren maybe for this. Let's go. Why is there? Okay, there's a giant swinging pendulum of hurt. Can I destroy this thing? Let's just see here. Okay, apparently I can't get rid of this. Never mind. Let's go talk to Solon. Oh, she's asleep. Let's just set it to daytime then. Alright. Solon. You are needed. I defeated the Ceaseless Void and a rift appeared. Wait, defeated? You had to do combat? Are you alright? Yeah, you know, I'm fine. We one-shot that fool. Alright, thank goodness. I suppose I'll meet you in the dungeon. I'll be able to find the rift on my own Once we're there, I'll step inside and see what's within. This has all been rather dangerous. Are you sure about this, Solon? I must do this, but still I appreciate your concern. It means a lot. Either way, I'll see you there. Whoa, she just flew off. Unfinished coloring book. I think we have this one already, by the way. Pretty sure. So we'll just junk that. Okay, anyway, let's head back over to the dungeon. Man, look at that thing is huge on the map. Okay, Solon. Now what? Here it is. Apparently the ceaseless void is no longer after me. Let's just wait till all of this. Is this just constantly spamming this in chat? I suppose all there is to do is step inside. Are you sure you're ready? Yeah, I am. Okay. I'll be back shortly. There she goes. Now what? Do we just wait for her to... Oh, she's back already? Half health though. I found it. Are you okay? I don't know, but I'm alive at least. What happens? I entered the rift and immediately got this overwhelming dread. It was like I didn't belong there. Nothing strange happened until I took the artifact. Once I did, I don't want to remember it. Let's just go. This has been more than enough for one day. Here's the artifact. It'll be safest in your hands. I'll be at my campsite. See you around. Okay. She sounds like she's got PTSD or something. So is this just gonna... We got the artifact from her. Is it this thing? The anti-seed, an ancient seedling that was sealed away in a mysterious rift in an act of protection, must be planted on grass. Necroplasm. Oh, we got the ceaseless void lore as well. That's pretty sweet. Let's see what that says. A contained, previously inert portal sealed in the dungeon. The presiding cult kept it a closely guarded secret. Upon sighting the Devourer of Gods, their leader hurriedly led me to its chamber to reveal its existence to me. The portal led to the Devourer's home. It was identical to his, only ancient and perfectly stable. The serpent claimed it too was his creation. Its permanence was a mistake he later rectified. But this rift was unquestionably far older than he. It had dated back to the golden age of dragons. His lie was thin and forced. Something far more powerful than the Devourer was at hand. Whoa. Its eerie persistence gnawed at my mind. It did not just threaten me, it threatened everyone, everything. Even when faced with blatant lies and harrowing danger, I simply walked away and did not return. That's pretty awesome. I love that lore. It's so cool. Hey, this changes color when we mouse over it now. Should we go in? Should we try go in there? I don't know if it's going to let us though. What was the artifact though? Which... Ceaseless Void Relic. Wow, look how cool that looks, by the way. This is our loot. We got the treasure bag. The anti-seed. Maybe that's what she was referring to. We gotta try and go inside. Let's see where it takes us. Whoa. Wow. Okay. It's really dark in here. How do I get out? Oh no! Whoa! Whoa! Ceaseless Void. Okay, Yeah, I don't know what just happened, but we got ejected. We got ejected from the, whatever that area was. So, I'm assuming we plant this anti-seed over here with this thing. I'm not too sure. Have you talked to your town's inhabitants lately? While you're away, I got lonely and decided to stop by for some company. It was nice, but I could tell everyone felt uneasy. The current circumstances are quite clearly weighing them down. Thanks for that, Solon. So, do we just plant this? Wait. Anti-seed. Where should we put this? Can we even... Okay. That definitely planted. What? Oh, this just grew a little bit as well. The original plant that we put here ages ago. And now we've got this weird goofy looking black thing here. Solon, tell us about this plant. Sometimes I wish I could just go back home. Unfamiliarity, dreariness, stark uncertainty, increasing cold would be so much easier if I just left well enough alone. What am I saying? We can't change the past. There's much to be done. She's not gonna comment on the weird looking plant we just for some reason planted in our backyard. Well, let's just put our new relics up. That's the treasure bag. There we go. Man, that is a pretty cool looking relic though. It doesn't really look too much like the actual boss, but you know, looks pretty cool though. Right. What else? We got some free healing potions, which we don't need because right now we're on the fish healing. I love how we got one necroplasm. We got one necroplasm. That's super generous. All right, let's see what we get out of the treasure bag. We got dark plasma. A mirror blade melee weapon. Void concentration staff. Summons a foreboding aura that attacks by firing void orbs. Minion damage is increased by 5% while the aura is active. Requires 3 minion slots to use. There can only be one. Okay, it's sort of like the flowers of mortality then. I guess we'll try it out. We will probably want to reforge that though. We also got Lucky the Evolution. You reflect projectiles when they hit you. Reflected projectiles deal no damage to you. Projectiles that deal less than 5% of your max life in damage will not be reflected. The reflect has a cooldown that ranges between 15 and 90 seconds depending on the reflected projectile damage. The cooldown is shared with all other dodges and reflex. After reflecting something, grants a 1 HP per second life regen and accelerated life regen for 5 seconds. If the same enemy projectile type hits you again, you'll resist its damage by 15%. Could be potentially good. We also got Otherworldly Stones, which is a material, and we got Cloaked Void Wings. Flight time of 9... horizontal speed of 9. Flight time of 230. So, not as good as what we have at the moment, I don't think. But maybe they look cool. Let's have a look. Doesn't seem to... Oh, they are literally... Okay, they're wings. Alright. Sort of black. Nothing too special going on there. It's a bit hard to see. Sorry about that. But, yeah, we'll go back to this as my vanity wings item. Chuck those in there. Get rid of that. So we've got 2 materials here to check out and 2 items to reforge. Plus we got those items there. Let's just quickly put the lore in the lore thing. Got so much lore here, we haven't even got all of it at the moment. We'll just reforge real quick as well. Get a Ruthless going on this. 292 damage. And I don't know if I'll be using this evolution thing, but we'll reforge that as well, because why not? It sounds kind of interesting for projectile hell type bosses. Alright. Now I'm not going to spend too long right now looking at all of this stuff, but we will take a quick look at what we can make. I'm assuming this stone stuff is probably just decorative. Yeah, this looks like it's just a decorative type thing. Otherworldly bathtub. Oh, interesting. And then we got the dark plasma. Let's see what we've got here. Quiver of Nihility. I think that's a ranger type accessory. Ceaseless Die. Ceaseless Hunger Potion causes you to suck up all items in the world. Cosmic Worm. Summons the Devourer of Gods? What? I don't think we're ready for that. We don't have all the resources for that anyway. Dark Spark. These are magic items. Magic, 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 magic. Ranged. Rogue. Rogue. And that's the seed. So we can craft that seed? I wonder if we could put more of those plants down. I don't think I want to though at this point. But yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. Have we got this necroplasm stuff before? I feel like we have. But there's so many similar type items. Maybe we haven't. Ectoplasm we've definitely got. Necroplasm. Okay, what do we craft with that stuff? Eldritch Soul. Status Ninja Belt. It might be a late game crafting ingredient for a lot of these items that we can't make yet anyway, because they require other ingredients. That's what I'm assuming. Supreme Mana Potion. Okay, we could make that actually. We don't really use mana that much though. Except very specific circumstances. Bloodstone Core. What is this? We could make that. I don't know what it does. I'm kind of curious. Bloodstone Core. Maybe we can't make it like Bloodstained Glove. Bloodstone Core. What is this? This is also a material. Claret Cannon. Arrows. Bloodfire Bullets. Accelerates life regen on hit. Bloodfare Body Armor. Ooh. Ruinous Souls. Blood Flare. Increase summon damage. 16 defense. 16 defense? So, can we get these Ruinous Souls? I wonder. I've got a feeling they're going to be late game. Ruinous. We haven't got any at the moment, so probably not. Ruinous Souls, where do we get these from? Poltergeist. Okay, that's not too far away though. If we look at our next few bosses here in the boss log, we have Stormweaver, Cygnus, and then Poltergeist. I mean, we don't have to do these in that order. Tier 3 Acid Rain. Interesting. Let's just double check, see if we missed out on anything important here from the loot table. Vanity stuff. Plushie. Mirror matter. Summons a small piece of dark energy. That looks like maybe a pet or something like that. Revoided wings. Vanity. Yeah, I think we got pretty much everything important there. Awesome! Alright guys, well, we will leave it here for this episode. That thing looks really weird at night. But yeah, we're definitely making some progress here. I'm very surprised we were able to beat the Ceaseless Void in the first attempt, but I guess we did spend a lot of time preparing, so it paid off beautifully for us. Anyway, for now, that is where we will leave this episode, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.